I'm Sarah Forgany with KENS 5 News Now. An innocent man who was shot by a stray bullet while cooking dinner is talking about that terrifying night. Police say he was caught in the crossfire that killed a 17-year-old on the southeast side. It all unfolded Monday night. Investigators believe the teen was meeting up with the suspects for some sort of transaction. Another person in that group was shot but is okay. A bystander who was inside his home at the time was also hit. He told KENS 5 he's fed up with gun violence in the city.
I don't wish this on anybody else. This is the worst thing for happen to anybody just sitting there cooking with their family.
Meanwhile, police say a girl is in the hospital now after being attacked by a dog at a far north side apartment complex. Investigators say it happened as the girl was visiting a friend at the Canyon Oak apartments off Henderson Pass in the Thousand Oaks area. Somehow, the dog got out of the apartment and attacked the girl, biting her in the chest. Two neighbors helped get the dog off of the girl by throwing rocks and hitting the dog with a shovel. The dog is now in custody of Animal Care Services. The future of a new arena for the Silver and Black remains in the gray. The price tag up to $1 billion. Right now, it's unknown where those funds could come from. Tuesday, Bexar County commissioners had an executive session for over an hour to discuss a tax election, but it led to no action.
If you ask me today if I will call for a special meeting to consider a venue tax election in May, my answer today is no. There are many questions about the Spurs proposal for a venue tax election and not enough answers at this time.
Judge Sakai went on to say if the Spurs are committed to a downtown move, all parties have to work together to establish a proposal for economic prosperity on the east side. But it's unlikely any deadlines will be met to have a venue tax election approved for the May ballot. President-elect Donald Trump held a news conference on Tuesday in which he said he would not rule out the use of military force to seize control of the Panama Canal and Greenland. He says both territories are vital to U.S. interests. The canal has been controlled by Panama for more than 25 years, and Greenland is a territory of Denmark. President-elect Trump also said he'd like to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico.
We're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring that covers a lot of territory. The Gulf of America, what a beautiful name.
Mr. Trump said the name change is appropriate since, quote, we do most of the work there and it's ours, end quote. He also criticized Mexico, saying the country needs to stop people from pouring into the country. Texas had the highest number of law enforcement deaths in the country last year, according to a new study from the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund. The report says 18 law enforcement officers died in the line of duty in 2024. The total for the United States was 147. This represents a 25% increase in the number of deaths, up from 118 in 2023. Shootings were the leading cause of death for officers, killing 52. Most of those deaths were caused by handguns and during traffic stops. The 22-year-old man is being charged for shooting a semi-truck driver during an alleged road rage incident. That shooting happened Monday off I-35 in Thousand Oaks. Investigators say 22-year-old Jose Terran shot the 36-year-old driver in the leg, causing the crash. Terran was detained at the scene and is now being charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The semi-truck driver was taken to the hospital, and we're working to learn his current condition. Bexar County Commissioner Rebecca Clay Flores publicly announced she's been diagnosed with colon cancer. In Commissioner's Court on Tuesday, Clay Flores shared her diagnosis and treatment plan. She sat down with KENS 5 to warn others about something she didn't know. The American Cancer Society says getting screened for colon cancer starts at 45 years old. A new study by ACS also shows that early onset colorectal cancer cases are rising in the U.S.
Platform. So I spoke to my doctors, and through a lot of tears, was like, when I feel up to it, I'm going to speak publicly about it so that we as a community can educate ourselves and understand the importance of cancer screenings. Specifically, my cancer is colon cancer, and so the importance of getting checked and having colonoscopies.
We certainly wish her well throughout her treatment and a quick recovery. Now, her doctor did inform her that African Americans have a higher risk of developing colon cancer depending on future long-term care. Clay Flores says she may have to miss some future commissioner court meetings. As our area is on alert with winter weather, the Better Business Bureau is issuing its own warning about keeping your money safe. They say to be cautious about texts, phone calls, or emails claiming to be from your utility company. There are scammers that claim they will shut your heat off immediately unless a payment is made.
Scammers, they thrive on this emotional manipulation, and they try to get people to their back against the wall. We need immediate payment. They want it through an unsecure means that's untraceable, many times a gift card, peer-to-peer payment systems.
The BBB recommends for customers to review their utility providers' policies and scam prevention guidelines, and most importantly, to remain calm. If you're traveling to Dallas for the Cotton Bowl, just know that North Texas is expecting wintry weather Thursday and Friday. In fact, the Dallas area could see a couple of inches of snow, making the roads potentially dangerous. So if you're traveling to watch the Longhorns, it's going to be a good idea to make sure that you're in North Texas by tonight to beat those icy conditions. A new year means it's also the beginning of Girl Scout cookie season, but for fans of two flavors, it's the end. The s'mores and the Toast Yay cookies will be discontinued after this year. The organization did not reveal the reason for retiring the cookies, but it often refreshes the lineup. The s'mores debuted in 2017, and the French toast-inspired cookies rolled out in 2021 nationally. The price of a box of cookies this year could range from $4 to $7. I'm really bummed out about the s'mores, even though it's not good for my waistline, Paul.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Well, I didn't really like those. I like the tagalongs. I think that's what they call them. But
okay.
yeah, cloudy and cold for the rest of the day. Tomorrow, good chance for rain, all liquid in the hill country. Slight chance of some travel issues. That's a slight chance in the hill country tomorrow morning.
And that's KENS 5 News Now. I'm Sarah Forgany.
Stream news anytime. Download the KENS 5 Plus app today.